Hola, mis amores. Welcome to Something About Elle. So you'll see today that it's going to be a little bit different because I'm doing this episode in English. Hell yeah. I don't know why these days, my heart is more able to express itself in English for some reason. So let's try this. And in this episode, you'll see I'll be reflecting on summer, what it gave me, what it didn't, and the unexpected lessons that showed up, just like all the exes suddenly reappearing. I'll talk to you about that in a few. So if we take a moment, like a step back and to see what's going on, it's crazy. This summer went by so quick. And I do believe that it's a bit bittersweet, nostalgic, and grounding because all the transition energy that we've had, I don't know, it's like, I feel it. I think this summer on how it went by so quick, it's a reminder that time doesn't forgive no one. So time goes by. No matter what you do, no matter what you decide, it goes by. And I'm one of those people that believes that every season brings a specific role or mission into your life, even if it wasn't what you hoped, but it's always what you needed to grow as a person. And I've had some shitty, crazy summers in the past few years, but I'm so grateful because I've learned a lot of stuff about myself. And I think we're always trying to become the better version of ourselves. And that's what's happening with me. I'm trying to do the work and everything. And there's something about the symbolism with every season. It's like the sunsets, it's like a reminder of that you have to let go. It's like the mental unpacking that you always have just to keep going no matter what. And I'm one of those people, and to quote one of my good friends, is to follow the plan. Follow the plan. Yes, you can feel. Yes, you can have emotions and all of that, but follow the plan. Never lose sight of the final destination. Never. So now I'm going to go into the specifics, like my summer bucket list, my wins and fails. So I had a big plan for this summer. Actually, I just wanted to do 2-3 things. Have I done them? No. But summer, technically, if I'm not mistaken, ends here in Canada on September 21st. So I still have a few days. So first thing, I wanted to go golfing. Do I golf usually? No. So, and I've done the mini golf thing, but it's not the same. Like, I want to do the thing, like, when you just hit the ball and it goes so far. Will it happen for me? Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be the most horrific thing you'll see. But I actually really want to do it. I don't know what it feels like. There's like an empowerment to it. Maybe it's all in my head and I've seen too many movies. There's also, I do want to watch, I cannot watch because the season starts September, but I want to plan a trip to go see an NFL game, like in person. It's so funny because last year I didn't know anything about football, like anything, guys. I couldn't recognize. Well, actually, no. I knew, like, for example, like this like model was dating this specific player. This one, I know it's like Taylor Swift wasn't the only celebrity that I knew that was going out with a football player, because I like to read about gossip that doesn't concern me sometimes. So I've seen that. So that was the only thing that I knew about football. Now I actually know the little things. I understand, like, who has the ball when I just have to watch into the scoring numbers. I understand, like, what's going on. It's like, it's fun. And, I actually saw and understood a bit of the Super Bowl this year. So we'll see this year what's going on. But I really want to plan that this summer. It's on my bucket list. And I haven't thought about it at the end if, like, the specific person is not available for it. Like, I even told him that I might, like, I don't mind going alone, but I need to do this for myself because it's in my bucket list. But again, I think this is a Capricorn thing where, like, you gotta follow a list, or just, I don't know, but I just blame it on my Capricorn side. So yes, so I gotta do that. And the third thing, I thought I want to go eat some fast food. I think it's Popeye, is it? the chicken place. There isn't one in Montreal, but I want to try it. So those were the three things I have planned for this summer, and I haven't done none. Like none. Oh, also I wanted to go see tulips. I'm obsessed with them. I don't think not one person knows this about me except my mom. I have this crazy obsession with tulips. I find them gorgeous. Like, if a man ever gets me a tulip, just one, I'll do whatever he wants that night. Whatever he wants me to cook for him, I'll do it. If he wants me to clean his room, I'll do it. Like, I'll do anything. So, yeah. So, I haven't done any of that stuff. But I did get to do a first thing this past weekend. So I went to, let's find him a name, because guys, I don't do first name basis. And shout out to this person, because I know he does listen to my podcast from time to time, and he does remember important things, just like the fact that I'm actually an avoidant. Well, let's talk about the avoidance thing another day. So let's call him Legolas. So he's actually friends with Gandalf in real life. So he has a lake house, and I went into this lake. But guys, keep in mind that I grew up in a Latin house. In my country, in Venezuela, the lake is filled with anacondas, crocodiles, and piranhas, and like fish that bite, and like things you shouldn't. And have you ever watched Modern Family? There's a Gloria, played by Sofia Vergara, and there's actually an episode that she falls into a lake, and she's like, the lake is where they buried the bodies. And it's actually a thing that is spoken about like that in our country sometimes. So for me, a lake, it's like, oh my God, like, how, if I fall, what I'm gonna do? Is it good? And look, I'm a big girl, okay? In the sense that I have a lot of meat and I have a bit of fat. Well, a lot of fat, kind of. So if there's like a creature seeing me in the water, they're gonna be like, I'm set for the week with this food. So that's what I have in my mind all the time, where I'm like, is there a person around who has like a pet crocodile and put it in the lake and now it's gonna eat me? So my mind goes really far when it comes to lakes. But this past weekend, I did go into that lake, and I stayed there, I think, for 30 minutes or an hour, or maybe a little bit more. But I stayed there, and I didn't cry. I was having fun, and half of my body was under the water. But it was super clear, super good. But something I realized is that I'm not really a good swimmer. I really thought I was better than that. Like, really thought that at a point that when I came out of the water, I was actually really exhausted. So yeah, so I gotta practice my swimming for real, because we never know. So that's one thing that I did accomplish. I conquered a fear. So sorry, I just like slapped my knee because I wanted to make a statement about that. So yes, so I did conquer a fear. So I can talk about all the things that were on my bucket list that I didn't do, which was everything. But I gotta like celebrate the little victories. So that's kind of nice. And, and again, this is a story of my life. Since I'm a little girl, my cousins can tell you that I've always worked like with bucket lists. And like, okay, I gotta make this happen before I'm 20. I gotta make happen this before I'm 25. And life has always been surprising me, has always been like putting me back in my place and reminded me that it's not always up to me and things can happen and that I got to trust the process. But I am going to do those stuff on my bucket list no matter what, because I know I gotta let it go and let life, do its thing. But no, I'm going to make it happen because those are simple things and I'm going to follow the plan. Yes, sir. And there's something, I don't know how to say this or whatever. Is it just me, or like do exes start texting as soon as Mercury goes retrograde? Let me explain. Retrograde, what it symbolizes, like, there's a thing with Mercury, the planet, like, there's a thing with the planets that happens, and it represents, like, confusion, miscommunication, revisiting the past, and they say that, it always brings back the past, the exes. And here between us, there's like 3 or 4 people from my past that did come back. Like, and I'm just horrified with those comebacks. Because, first of all, I don't know, it's because now I'm like, I'm a better version of myself, and now I'm like, I'm able to like be like, fuck that, and just be like, what the hell? But me, what something impresses me, what doesn't impress me, I'm like, oh my God, the audacity that they think I'm gonna open the door for them, when I've had these men have the choice to choose me, and they were like, fuck you, MJ. Like, I'm gonna choose this path. And you know what? I don't resent them for that, because I really think you gotta choose yourself. But they always do come back, because they're like, oh my God, you were legit. Oh my God, you were this. Oh my God. I'm like, yeah, but I never hit that part. It's because you decided at a time that it was too much for you and you needed something else. And God bless you. It's okay, because if you thought that's what you needed, you just go for it. Because the thing with me is, I'm always going to be the best version of myself with you. And I'm just going to rephrase it. I'm always going to give you everything I can, the best I can. Because I just want you to be okay with me. I want you to do good. Like, I'm gonna take care of you. I want you that if you're with me, are you okay? You're not stressed out. Like, there's no triggers. There's no, like, you know what I mean? Like, I never scream. I never ask for shit. Like, never. I don't. Like, this is a thing. The fact that I'm an avoidant, maybe didn't help the fact that I didn't ask for shit. But whatever. But like, for me, when these people come back, I'm like, wait, do you think I'm really that stupid? It really makes me question how they see me. I'm just like, wait, do you think I'm that dumb? And I don't know. I've had one of these men tell me that, like, he likes what he's seeing now that I lost weight and that I look good. And I think it's just so sad, because if you didn't want me at my worst shape, why the hell would you have the best version of me physically? Like, why? Like, why would you? Like, why would you think you deserve this version? And again, I have so much work to do on my body. I'm not talking like surgeries or anything. I'm talking physically. Like, I still want to go to the gym. Like, I have big goals for that. And I'm doing me, and like, it just, it makes me go crazy how these men think they deserve this version. And, you know, but well, we'll see. But there's also an emotional layer. It's like, I realize that there's like triggers that I have, because I'm like, yo, this man make me want to go violent. But I've never been violent. I'm not a violent person. I don't scream ever. For real. But I think there's regret for my part, where I'm like, yo, I should have put you back in your place. I should have, like, tell you everything I think about you. I should have, like, cuddled you and that behavior that you had towards me at the end of the relationship we've had. And it's like, but you know what? I think, and I was talking about that with my cousin, I think these men come back. I think the universe makes them come back to me, because it gives that old version of myself to tell them to their face, fuck you. And it's happened a couple of times in the past few months. It just, like, either you show me like a 180 that you've changed, and like, you know, you go all in, but like, people don't really change. And like, they never, you know, if they treated you bad once, you're always going to remember how they treated you, and you're never going to trust the process. And I don't know, it's because now I have someone in my life where I ask for simple things like, can you make me a drink? And it's a yes. And it's crazy, because you would see my reaction, and when I'm asking, it's like if I'm a little kid in the streets. It's crazy. But also too, like, even if it's not Gandalf, like, even on my own friends, on my own family, it's hard for me to ask for shit. So yeah, let's not put it like, I think it's a whole thing about me, about asking something. I'm just expecting a no. And that's when I realized also I can't be with a man. I realized that, guys. I can't be with a man that tells me no. I just can't. I've realized that. I can't be with a man that makes me feel like a man. That I provide, that I do everything, that I have like the plans, like I do the whole thing. Like I realized I can't do that. I can't do that. It's not me. It's not me. Like I'll take care of you 100%, but like I can't be like, and I want to feel feminine, and I can't be feminine if I gotta be the man in the relationship. I can't. I just can't. But wait. Doesn't matter. So let's go back. So the advice is you don't owe the past another version of yourself. So they don't deserve this version of myself. They actually just don't. And when we go to there, wow, I just killed the English language just right there. Sorry about that, guys. So in that same angle of like relationships and everything, it's like I've realized why for me it's hard to define the relationship. For me, like the titles, like boyfriend, girlfriend. But here for me, I'm 31 years old. I find it weird for me to say I have a boyfriend. I feel weird about being someone's girlfriend. I'm just your person. Just your person. Like I'm your person, or I'm your wife, or your baby mama, or your woman. But like your girlfriend, it sounds weird to me. But guys, I realize why for me it's so hard, those titles. Maybe it stems from fear, a need of freedom, whatever. But also I'm gonna give you some tea, okay? I'm gonna give you some tea. And I grew up again, like I've said, in a Latin family. And I want to tell you, it's like a telenovela. It's hilarious. When I start telling people, yeah, my family, this happened. They're like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, yeah, oh my God. It's a normal Tuesday. So in my family, men have married their mistresses and left their family behind with kids and all, and started a new family, including my own father. And this man had the father title, and he never was held accountable for it. And, I think me as a mom, well, I'm talking about myself. I think if I ever have a child, like if I'm someone's mom, bro, like I'll be someone's mom. You know what I mean? Like I'll do anything for that child. And the men that I have in my life, those are kind of the men I want. I'm not saying I'm absolutely not ready to start a family, like absolutely not. But I always say, like, if you're sleeping with someone and you get pregnant by that person, would you be okay with that person being the father of your child? Don't think about yourself. Think about the child. Because I've seen women that deliberately get pregnant by men that they know they don't care about that life. They're not responsible. They don't care about anything. And I'm just like, wait a second. So you did that on purpose. Like, you chose this man as the father of your child. And look, and my mom was so cautious about that when she chose my dad. And my dad at the end didn't end up being the man she thought he was. But, God bless him. For real, God bless him. Like, and let's leave the daddy issues for another day. But yeah, and I've had like another man in my family actually married his mistress, and it's too started a new family with this person. And they did get married and everything, but the first marriage was supposed to be the last. I'm Catholic. We believe in that. You only marry once, you want to get divorced, God bless you, do it. But you marry once, and it just like, I don't know. And I've even had an uncle that was late to his own wedding because he was on vacation with his side chick. His side chick left him at the airport for him to take the plane. And yes, he did lie with her. And I've also had an uncle that tried to normalize bringing his mistress and for us to have a relationship with her. Be like, I know it's okay. And it's like, I've also seen one of my cousins cheat on their future spouse, that they were gonna marry the next day. And it's like normalizing the little things. Oh no, but it's like no. And it's like so shitty because I realize that now it's causing a problem. It's causing for me because I'm like, well, if he's my boyfriend and he fucks around, he cheats on, that's cheating. But if we're not technically boyfriend and girlfriend or don't have like a title, well, technically he just fucked around and that's a him problem and it's an ego thing. Like, the only reason why I don't fuck around, I'm gonna say it properly, it's really petty though. It's because, again, it's really petty. It's because I wanted that if he fucks around, and I find out and if I have a conversation, well, it's gonna be his fault. And like, I don't want it to be my fault if it ends. You know what I mean? I don't want to be, because I went and fucked around. No, that's why I don't fuck around. That's why I'm like, nope. And it's such a small world. Guys, I'm telling you, I've had one of my girlfriends discover a horrible story by a stranger. You know what I mean? The stranger was gossiping and it was her story. It was her ex. It was, it's a small world. So, but at the end of the day, okay, like, I know me. I know the person that's in my life. And it's only between me and them. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm happy with that, I'll never understand why people get obsessed and upset around me because of that. I'll be like, yeah, but what's going on? Like, what happens? I'm like, wait a second. Like, you're asking more questions that I've asked myself about this relationship. Like, why is this a fear from you or anything? Like, I'm actually happy and I actually don't have to lie about what's going on, But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, sorry about that. At the end of the day, wow, I said it so well. So at the end of the day, it's only between you and the person that's in your life, no matter what. And just a reminder, there is no deadline for clarity if the bond is real. So I'll never be the type, okay, so I need to know by Tuesday if you want to be with me or not. If you want to do, of course you want to be with this person, spend time with them, or else you wouldn't do it. And it's like, oh, like, but are you sure he likes you? I freaking hope so. If he doesn't, he's a psychopath. How can you spend so much time with someone and don't like them? Like, please. And it just like, no, I'll just never understand people's obsession with that when it doesn't concern them. Yes, we're friends. Yes, we're family, but it's not a you thing. Like, I've told people, I'm like, yo, like, I'll never introduce you to anyone. You are going to see them in important events, if they are to come, if they belong to that event. If anything, you'll see me at the baby shower if there's anything. And they start laughing. And I used to say that even when I was like in my teenage years. I'd be like, no, you'll meet the father of my children at the baby shower. Because that's none of her business who I do my life with. I used to say that when I was like 15, 16 years old. Which is crazy. But guys, you already know why for me it's hard. So I give you the tea. Why for me it's hard, like, to put, like, and that's the thing also, introducing people to my family. I gotta make sure they really do like me, because they might see the mess in my family, how messy it can get. But I swear to God, I have some people in my family that are amazing, that are super healthy. Like, you know what I mean? There's no drama or anything, but there's a part that's messy, and but well. So that's why it's important to choose the people who make you feel good, and not just look good on paper. And it's like, that person should bring you peace and not just passion. And it doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? It doesn't matter what angle. No matter if it's not the romantic angle, the friendship angle, anything. It's like, does this person make me feel good? Does this feel good to my nervous system? Even friendships. Like, I've had friendships that I had to tone it down because I tried to save everyone. I tried to unite everybody, and sometimes I take it upon myself. So I'm like, oh my God, I should have done something. I should have said something. I can create this. And a lot of times I'm afraid to put boundaries with friendships because I'm like, they're not going to want to be friends with me. And I've also had friends where when I'm with them, it's really heavy on my brain because they expect so much from me. And these days, I just want to do life. And it's like, if I decide to do something else, I'd be like, and I'm really the type of person, like, you need to check if we're still okay to do something. Because sometimes my heart and soul are just not in it. And I'd rather just go. I'm gonna use him, but it's not true. But sometimes I'd rather just be with with Gandalf, or even trying to find other people, because, I don't like using first names. Just like in a peace of mind. Even my brother, if I can just be like, let's play a Mario Party, perfect. I don't need to think about anything. Like, and it's just so heavy for my soul that I gotta be with people, and I always gotta be like worried, what did I do, what did I say, what I'm gonna do. And it's like they put this pressure, and you feel like there's always conditions for them towards you. That, oh, but this, and it's like, oh, but this, oh, but this. But I'm like, I'm doing life too. Like, I'm taking care of myself. I go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. I work a job 50 hours a week. I have this podcast, and I've put it aside because in the spring, because my heart wasn't in it, because a few things happened, and I wasn't feeling inspired. And it's because some people were just, having that effect on me, sadly. But it's okay, because I'm learning to let it go and just let people be people, and I'm just choosing peace. And also what I realized in the past weekend going to that lake house is that, and it's a fun feeling, is that you can have fun sober. You can just relax being sober, and it's fun. And it just it's just so calming for the soul. It's like, yeah. So, yeah, no, definitely. And that's when you realize that, I don't know, whenever I'm in nature, I'm like, yeah, life makes sense. This is it. I'm back in the city, I'm just like, what the heck is going on? And I'm always trying to find solutions. But whatever, guys. So this is a reminder. Always prioritize your mental health. Choose yourself. And don't let nobody kill your vibe, for real. Thank you for listening. For real. Thank you so much. Enjoy the summer. I'll be talking to you real soon. I have a few French episodes coming out, but then soon it's going to be more and more in English. So I'm excited for this chapter of my podcast. And I can't wait to see you. And right before I leave you, think about, what are you choosing to leave behind this summer? And what are you now ready to claim? And you know what? Growth is not linear. Neither is love, and love is everywhere. So thank you so much for listening. Share, follow, like on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. And subscribe, leave a review or DM, anything. I love reading your DMs, for real. Positive, negative, anything constructive. I take it. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.